to not let us be at our best. And at some point, it got exposed.
Brent, so much of the outside talk and focus the last couple of years has been on the offense and all the stars, and you were having to replace a lot of great departed players. This year it seems like that's kind of flipped. People were talking more about you and your defense. Does that change the atmosphere at all? Or
I didn't listen to that then. We expected us to be here. This is okay. This is the minimum of what we expect. This guy left. We expect you to do this, just the minimum. So it wasn't like Coach Sweeney says, I know y'all might give up 35 a game. Don't worry, we got your back. That talk never happened. So I don't know why the talk would happen now the other way. We're not going to be able to score touchdowns. So you guys are going to have to keep people out of the end zone all year. 10 points or less, is that good? That's not the jargon now. It wasn't the jargon then, and so. And then as coaches, I don't listen to that D-line going to be the best or the defense is going to be the best. I know what 14 looked like. They proved it. I know what that looks like. I know what last year's team looked like. And this team hadn't done anything yet. And that's not coach speak. That's what I believe in my heart of hearts. That's what my experience tells me, to look and evaluate the here and the now, today. And I know what our issues are, and we've worked hard since the end of last season, since spring ball, through the course of the summer, and it'll be a work in progress. Once we start fall camp, I'm looking at what the issues on our defense are, the negative things, the things that we're concerned about, and if those things improve, if those are not bad issues, if those bad issues become either non-existent or now all of a sudden, it becomes a source of strength for us, and we'll be pretty solid. And that's, and I'm not that I am assuming, I'm assuming that Cleveland Farrell and Christian Wilkins and Kendall Joseph, they need to be just every bit as good as what they were a year ago. But again, you got to go and you got to do it, man. And are they going to be distracted? Everybody wants to already, have their farewell party. They haven't done anywhere. You're going to be a first rounder in the NFL. You better play like a first rounder. You just don't luck up. And remember, there's 32 spots. And then that's not just here. That's everybody. Wants to. Oh, he's a first round. How many guys are you going to project to be first rounder? Whoever those people that project them, they're projecting a lot more than 32. There's only 32 spots, and then you got to go play at that level. And you got to dominate the game to be a first rounder. I mean, dominate everybody you play. Not only just stay in your gap. Whoop a guy and make a play, and you got to do that every single week. Like Kevin Dodd did. Like he dominated his junior year. Like dominated everybody. Was probably our most consistent player in 2015. Killed everybody. Nobody blocked him. And so he earned his way from Johnny Nobody to Johnny First Round. Like, who the heck is this guy? And he went whatever he went only because the NFL is scared of his own self. Wait a minute, he wasn't supposed to be. He wasn't on that preseason top list. And so the owner's like, I don't know about if this guy's a one-hit wonder, or I don't care what the tape says now. I know he dominated everybody, but, what happened? How come he didn't play last year? Well, we had 2014, and we were 10 deep, like of really good football players. So anyway, the talk is the talk. It is what it is. I don't listen to any of it, good or bad, other than I've always had my guard up. And I create the proverbial chip on the shoulder? So nobody's talking about you, nobody thinks a flip about you, then I'll build that up because I know what it is. Somebody's gonna, send all this, praise and talk about first round and talking about best ever. You better be careful, of what you say, and because I know what I think is the best ever, and I know what a first rounder looks like, and I think that if you just take care of here and now, everything else takes care of itself and will fall into place. And that's the hard thing about, dealing with 18, 19, 20-year-old young men is that, keeping them focused, keeping them hungry, sustaining success, fighting through the failure that's inevitable, keeping guys from being distracted, and also, have all the checks down and play with incredible effort, physically and mentally. So our focus as a defense is really on the things that we know. We have depth issues. I know we have some really good college football players right now.